welcome to my channel. Last year I published a video that was about flying my drone in Mexico, and I have to make it perfectly clear that this is a DJI Mini 2 that is less than 250 grams. That is crucial here, but I've done a lot of research at that point, and so finally, after a lot of doubts, I decided to bring my drone to Mexico and fly it, and it was totally worth it. Now this year I did the same thing, and once again I had to make sure, go back into the Mexican websites to make sure that there wasn't any changes. Now this is once again worth sharing with you because there are a lot of questions about that. A lot of people told me, well, don't you know that anybody who's flying a drone in Mexico has to register it, and you cannot do that unless you're a Mexican citizen. Well, again, this is true as long as your drone weighs more than 250 grams, but I got the paper here that I have with me on this trip. So in case there's ever any doubt, or somebody approaches me about that and tells me, well, look, you cannot fly here, there's a fine, we'll have to take your drone away. Now this paper is printed off the official rules, the Mexican Aviation rules. And you cannot find those in English, at least I haven't been successful. And this was the reason, guys, why when a lot of people asked me if I had a link to those rules and if I could post it in the description, well, at first I had nothing. But I went back into it, and now you will find this in the description of this video, and as well the one from last year. I can read it to you, but like the thing is, if you don't understand Spanish, then this is gonna be almost kind of useful, so I highly recommend you learn at least a little bit. Okay, where is it here? It talks about obtener el folio registro de la RPAS. RPAS, that's just remote controlled, remote whatever, you know, it's the same as in Canada, US probably. Con un peso máximo de despegue mayor a .250 kilograms. That's 250 grams, guys. Okay, I admit to not reading this very well to you, but what it says here is that this rule, where it says that you have to register your drone and only Mexican citizens can do that, it applies to drones that weigh takeoff weight in excess of 0.250 kilogram, and that means 250 grams. So guys, the mini drones weigh less than that, so you're okay. I have captured a lot of nice drone footage here, and I definitely don't regret doing it. And generally, it's not a big deal here. Like several places where I asked for, you know, to make sure it's legal and stuff, I was reassured that it's normal there. It's no big deal at all. Anyways, I want to go back into this here. The basic rules here, and I think this goes for any drone. And by the way, micro drones are also called the drones that are under 2 kilos. So don't get this confused. If your drone is like an Air 2S or a Mavic, that's not legal. It's got to be a mini. Like if you're near an aerodrome, you have to be at least 9.2 kilometers away. And it does not say here whether this is only for a micro drone or sub 250 gram or higher than 250 gram drone. I don't see that here, at least not at first glance. So any drone you fly, don't go near an airport. And also a helicopter pad is 0.9 kilometers. So those are really the only rules you have to follow. Now, I would still, if you're in the city or something, I would still ask the police to make sure. And in Merida, I was flying the drone at the main park, which was great fun. But one morning there was a military parade, and I asked again the municipal police, and the guy said, well, yeah, we allow it, but cannot say what those military guys are going to do, and they might just take it away from you. So if you're going to Mexico and you're from the United States or you're from Canada, I encourage you, take your mini drone with you. It's totally worth it. They're very relaxed here about all this. Now when you go into the pyramids or any kind of site like a nature preserve or something, this is different, you know. There'll be signs, and I would always encourage you to ask. But in general, it's very relaxed here about that. So just wanted to share that with you once again. Happy flying, guys. Give my video a thumbs up, and maybe you want to subscribe because it's totally free. There you go. Have a good one.